Hey, welcome interweb. Call me Ismin. I'm here to tell you that I'm just okay. So let's start with our video. So I recently watched Loving Vincent, a movie about, you guessed it, Vincent van Gogh, and I needed to talk about it with the world. So here it is, Loving Vincent film review. Let me start with a small summary of what this movie is about. The movie follows a young man named Armand Roulin, I think, as he must deliver a letter to Theo, Vincent's brother, after Vincent's death. Through this man's trip, we learn more about Vincent's life, his mental situation, and his death. Some amazing facts about this movie are that all the frames were oil painted in a style similar to Van Gogh's paintings. It took 125 artists and 6 years. Pretty impressive, right? Also, they first shot the film with their cast, like normal actors, and then they painted over those people every frame. Also something cool. Now let's go to my personal thoughts. Here's what I loved about this movie. It was different. I appreciate the fact that it wasn't a normal movie. They didn't just keep the cast, but instead they went a step further and they painted over them. To be honest, I wouldn't be interested to watch the movie if it was a normal, boring movie about some dead man's story. Cause I don't want to play it smart. I couldn't care less about Vincent's life. I have my own problems. The only reason I paid and went outside with other humans was because I found the style interesting. And it also looked cartoonish to me, something I also like. Something else I appreciate about this movie is that, well, it got me interested. As I said before, I don't want to play it smart. I only knew Van Gogh because of this and this. I didn't even know he killed himself, or that, well, he didn't die because of old age. But just because of the anticipation of the movie, I actually searched more about this man and also learned about other artists. And if this movie managed to make me research or care about other artists like that, you have to be sure it did it for some other people, which is beautiful to see what a simple movie can do. Next, it was based on real events. I mean, you can never know another person's story, even if you spend your life next to them. How well could you know about the accuracy of events in a man that lived before you? But from some small research I did about what that movie is all about, most people said it was as realistic as you can get. And I like that. A down-to-earth movie without unnecessary scenes or over-dramatic events, like when the Fire Nation attacked. A movie to make you learn more about the character of a stranger and make you feel like, yeah, I could have a conversation with this lad if he wasn't dead. And as I said, it made me connect with Vincent's character. At some parts of the movie, more parts than I like to admit, I understood the man. I cried with him because I felt the same way as he felt. And I'd like to think that it wasn't just me who felt this way. No, the sadness you feel when you don't really match with your family or they don't appreciate you. The happiness and love you feel when someone believes in you and supports your crazy dreams. The desperation when society doesn't understand or care about you and your plans. And the struggle when you see your loved ones, those who supported you, lose because of you. Because, well, you can't give them nothing back. I think everyone relates to at least one of this and has experienced it at some point of their life. So that makes you feel closer to the character of Vincent. Moving on, it was about Vincent and at the same time it wasn't. I loved the fact that even if this movie was about Vincent van Gogh, the main character was someone else. I love the fact that we learned about him through what others had to say, about what Armand had to go through, so it wasn't boring. Also, the flashbacks were really intense. Now, I think overall those were the things that I liked about the movie. At this part, we should go through what I didn't like. But you see, I don't have anything I didn't like. So instead, I did what anyone would do and I searched through the internet to find what others said that they didn't like about Loving Vincent. And here is what I found. Well, not much. But there was this article. I will link it in the description. You can go and read it if you like. It was a really big article, so we are not going to talk about it here. But the next one we will. It's an article from the site Daily Mail that was written by some guy named Matthew. I haven't written his name, so I don't remember it. What he mentions is that it was hard to watch it with all the brush marks, something that I actually agree with. You know, sometimes in the movie my brain would just get dizzy trying to focus on what's happening in the scene. Other issues he mentioned were accent inconsistencies, which I didn't really mind. I will also link that article so you can see it. Others said the movie plot was really thin. A comment on the YouTube trailer was pretty interesting. She was talking about the lack of script and other stuff. Someone else said the audio didn't match the visuals. But pretty much that's it. Do I recommend this movie? 100% yes. I think this is a movie you have to go and see and not just see online. I think this movie is worth to be seen on the big screen instead of some laggy small computer. So go out there, give your hard-earned money to watch this movie because it was worth it. Now to end this, if I had to rate the movie, it would be probably 8 out of 10. That's it. What else do you want to hear to be convinced? Go watch it. Or should I say to be convincent? That was a terrible pun. I don't think that will even be in. Alright, that's a wrap. Let me know your thoughts in the chit-chat section down below. And tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. Would you recommend this movie to others? And until next time, I do not know. Find a catchy and phrase your own. I have to edit this. Bye.